27 laps to go at Richmond. Here's the top three. Jimmy Johnson, the leader. Tony Stewart in second. And Dale Earnhardt Jr. is third. Let's listen into Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s radio.
This thing ain't got no power off the corner. They just jump in and flat-footed. I ain't gonna say it again. Because I ain't no crybaby, but I just want you to know that's how I feel about it.
Well, that's what they need to know. You got to tell them everything, you know, and sometimes they have good power. He's just saying that today, with the setup they have, that it's not all that it needs to be.
Not all feedback's positive.
Yeah, that's
but
right.
it all works.
You got to have it all, don't you? Yeah. We'll see here, though.
Pace car's off. Who's got it? Going to be 26 laps to go. Can Jimmy Johnson hold on? Tony Stewart awfully hungry. Been over a year. And Earnhardt Jr., you said, got to get that power to the rear wheels.
Elliott Sadler was up there, but it looked like he spun the tires and created a log jam back behind these guys. You see the front three now going to be able to clear the lap traffic. That's really important to get that out of the way, and then you can just focus on trying to make a pass.
You can see where you really stack up with these guys right now.
See, Jeff Burton went to the high side to get around the one car of Martin Truex. That is for fourth place. He does make the pass. Burton, a former winner here at Richmond, back at this race the fall of 1998.
Man, Clint Bowyer's back in the middle of a hornet's nest right here. You know, he's in the spot right now, the transfer spot as far as getting in the chase, but we have so many cars on the lead lap that if just anything happens, if he gets in the wrong spot or cuts a tire down here, it could be devastating.
He's in a tough spot. Look at these guys up ahead of him, jamming up.
See Carl Edwards back behind the 07.
How about Kyle Busch all the way up to 12th spot now after that crash? Dale Jr. running down the lap for a lot of the race. Finally got it back.
And Kyle Busch could easily end up with a top 10 finish. Yeah, there's Jeff Gordon running with him, the 24 car being shown in 11th spot. That's the one right in front of Kyle.
Bowyer's got a little bit of breathing room there for a minute. I'm sure he was glad to get by all of that he was in the middle of there. He can kind of relax and run. He's in a position now, Andy, that, hey, the 6 is behind me. This is what I have to do. As much as you'd like to win the race, just got to kind of ride here.
He can find a little place to run, just like he is now with nobody on either side.
Here's a battle for position. Denny Hamlin has caught the 31 of Jeff Burton, and that would be for fourth spot. Burton not going to give it up too easy, though.
Comes back strong on the outside. Denny Hamlin has run the bottom of the racetrack most of the day, fighting a loose race car for the majority of the day, but looks like he's got a little bit better forward bite. He's got Burton cleared finally this time, it looks like. Burton's getting right back to this corner, but I believe Hamlin will have the spot when they come out of 4.
Saw some smoke out of the back of the 31 car of Jeff Burton just a moment ago. Let's see where that's coming from.
Yeah, I was in the corner pretty hard. He locks that left front wheel up.
Yeah.
That's one thing we saw a lot of about a year ago with these guys and these cars is that they used to lock that left front up getting into 3 here at this track.
They did it again that time there and went all the way up across the racetrack. Just did keep it out of the wall.
And right behind him is David Rudiman, who had been leading the race earlier. They faltered a little bit on their pit stop, and when some guys got 2 tires and things, they kind of lost some track position. Still a great run for David Rudiman.
Oh, it is that. And right behind Rudiman is the 8 car of Mark Martin moving in on both of them.
You watch this 31 car. It's kind of ironic. I was in the hauler talking to Scott Miller, the crew chief, of just about that subject, about how we don't see these cars lock up the left front like we saw a year ago. And then here it is, his car's locking up the wheel.
I think they probably learned some different things with them as far as the bias on these with the brakes and things. Plus, they've made the chassis better where they don't have to do that a lot of
That's what he was saying. He thinks the chassis are better, but also I think the drivers have learned how to deal with it some too. Dave?
Well, and if you're a veteran like Mark Martin and you work on that, you have a pretty good race car all day long, to the point to where he didn't make any changes on the last 2 stops, 4 fresh tires, and he's eyeballing that 5th and 6th spot, thinking he may get it before this is done.
Making his 46th career start here at Richmond. Talking about Mark Martin. And remember, folks, next year he's going to be full-time. One more shot at trying to win a championship, driving for Rick Hendrick. Got the best seat in the house right now for this battle for 5th position.
who's got the best seats? Jimmy Johnson. He's out front right now, and he's beating Stewart by just a little bit. Actually, Stewart beat him 100th or two the last lap, but he's got that spot.
Saw Tony Stewart on the restart reaching up and make some adjustments on his brake bias there in the car.
When we had all those 3 camera shots up, you could see Tony Stewart getting ready to go green, and he was actually moving his brake bias, just trying to get a little bit of an advantage.
Whoa. Mark Martin. Yeah, he wasn't happy riding behind those guys very long. He'd seen all of that action he wanted to see. Kind of forced the action there.
Kevin Harvick wanting to join the party. Jeff Burton has only had one top 10 finish the last 10 races. They were so consistent for the first 15 events of the season. Now trying to get a top 5 if he can hang on for 14 more laps.
Yeah. Change of third spot. Denny Hamlin has passed Dale Jr. and taken that spot away. You can see, right up in front of them that Tony Stewart is getting closer to Jimmy Johnson. This is going to be a battle.
Last couple laps, it's been a couple of hundreds here. Looks like Stewart searching all over the racetrack trying to find something.
Mark Martin taking the spot away from Jeff Burton. They are longtime friends. In fact, Martin was sort of the mentor for Burton when he first came into racing in Cup, driving for Roush. Now he will take that position away, puts Martin up in 5th position. Tony's
got a run on him right here.
He said it takes Tony's car a few laps to come in. Looks like it might be just the right amount. He's got coming to the line. He'll have 11 laps to go.
Well, Stewart or Johnson is going to have to figure out some way to try to battle this 20 because Stewart's definitely got the best car.
Yeah, he's down on the inside now, but Jimmy Johnson had that high line going to where he could keep some momentum off the corner.
Tony said this is without a doubt his favorite racetrack.
Watch Tony down the bottom of the racetrack.
He gets a big run off the bottom.
Man, his car turns that center really good.
They gave him 10 to go that time by. Side by side, it's why they love coming to Richmond. Short track racing on a Sunday afternoon. Tony Stewart trying to go to victory lane for the first time in 39 races.
The longer that Johnson can hold this 20 car on the bottom like that, the harder it's going to be on Tony Stewart's tires. Tony knows that. He wants to find just if he can get a quarter of an inch, he's going to take that spot. He's going to wait to hear clear from his spotter.
Yeah, Tony looked like he got into the corner a little bit hard right there. You can see the car bounce around a little bit. Got a good run up off, but Jimmy Johnson's carrying a lot of momentum off of that high side.
And what a great race this is.
2 former 2-time Cup champions going at it. Looking over at Johnson, looking back at Stewart. Stewart gets a good grip coming up out of turn 4, but Jimmy Johnson has the advantage up high.
Yeah, Stewart led the last lap by all of that happened. Jimmy Johnson came back and led that lap.
Look at Tony Stewart just jamming that throttle back in, hoping it'll stick on the bottom of the racetrack, and Jimmy not going to give him that middle groove.
See Jimmy really take the car and let it roll fast. Tony got out of the throttle a little bit and back to the throttle a little bit sooner. Back to the throttle fast. Jimmy Johnson led that lap once again at the line.
They can do this all the way to the finish right here.
Yeah, Denny Hamlin's back in 3rd, but I don't think that he can get there. He's about 2 seconds behind these guys.
Stewart's got him by a bumper coming up the backstretch.
Well, he got a nice run off of there. You see Jimmy really letting his car roll. He may be heating his tires up a little bit, trying to get down in the corner a little bit hard, ain't he?
Well, he's only got 6 laps to go, so I guess just might as well use them up here.
This is where Stewart has been the best, coming off of turn 2. That's where he was able to pull up alongside the 48 a moment ago and get him by half a car length. Now he can't do it as Johnson pulls him by a car length.
This time, nice line.
How hungry do you think Tony Stewart is?
Yeah, we know how much this guy likes to win.
How clean is he going to race Jimmy if it comes down to the last lap?
Let's see, 39 races. Watkins Glen, August 2007. That's over a year.
That's a long time for Tony Stewart. Jimmy is not going to give it to him, but he wants these 10 points real bad.
Now, you know, Jimmy wasn't running that high before Tony caught him, so he kind of forced his hand to go up there when Tony got to the inside of him, and it's actually been faster for Jimmy.
5 to go.
These guys are actually running lap times just about as fast as the 3rd place car running when they're running side by side, and Denny Hamlin's all by himself back there.
I know we've talked a lot about the chase. Clint Bowyer's in good shape. He's kind of set in right there right now. If nothing happens, he's going to be the driver that's going to make the chase. But these guys are having a great battle for the lead.
3 to go this time by.
Tony actually moved up across. Tony had moved all the way up across the racetrack into the upper groove that time coming out of Ford. It didn't gain him anything. If anything, he lost a few car lengths.
A couple of times, Tony really forced Jimmy to get up higher and higher in the center of the corner, and he's really making this work.
Clear by 1, 2 to go.
As much as Tony wants to win, this is 10 more points that Jimmy Johnson's going to be closer to the lead.
I'm so impressed with Jimmy Johnson because he was really beat. That 20 car had caught him and was going to pass him. He moved up a groove and found a way to make his car faster.
White flag this time. Clear by 1.
Jimmy Johnson has won twice and had 4 top 10 finishes in the last 6 races. Talk about momentum and how important it is heading into the chase. He dominates at California a week ago. He won both events at Richmond in 2007, was disappointed about what happened here in May. But on a Sunday afternoon in September, Jimmy Johnson comes down and wins it at Richmond.
Wow, what a race. Great race. Denny Hamlin third, Dale Jr. fourth.
Right, 4.
See Clint Boyer battling to the line here.
Okay, you can breathe now, Clint. You're in the chase.
That's right, yeah. Great job.
Boyer will finish 12th, Edwards 13th, and that will put Boyer as the final car in the chase by 69 points over Casey Kane, who finished 13th in points. And
Thank you, boys.
You see Jimmy turning. He's turning his brake bias right now all the way to the front so he can do a big burnout right here for everybody. He's got pretty good at that.
Yeah.
Phoenix, Indianapolis, California, and now Richmond. 4 wins on the season for Jimmy Johnson. 40 bonus points heading into race number 1 in the chase next week at New Hampshire.
Yeah, as happy as these guys are, it has to be a big boost for Tony Stewart and Greg Cipodelli and that team to be able to come here and finish second, knowing they're going to Loudon next week, and a place that Tony's also run extremely well.
Good job, guys. 10 more points.
That's
a high-speed burnout.
Yeah.
Tony Stewart not happy to get just so close, hoping to get that first win in 2008 and just couldn't quite get there.
Thank you to those